Like this always fucking happens here too recently, bro. All these crazy signs and shit.
You know, Buja just, you know, he's like, me not trust phone, me not like.
Yo, what was your name on the hip hop thing again? Something Buju.
Oh, Bonjour Bantan.
Bonjour Bantan.
Bonjour Bantan. I was out in Montreal, and honestly, like, everybody had like an alias.
I always has some creative names or something.
No, but yo, it was crazy because like everybody had like a like, yo, we were out there. I'm like, yo, what's your name? And the guy's like, oh, Pierre, but they call me, you know, like Velvet Silk, or you know, something like. I'm like, oh, okay, so you got another alias, cool. That's cool too, I guess. I don't know. But I always felt like I needed one too, you know, or something that would
Bonjour
just be.
Bantan.
It was Bonjour Bantan.
Okay, yo, look, the camera's good. That's going. This is going. Everything's going. We're good.
This is out.
You can make the introduction.
Okay.
But yo, fuck, we're gonna cut off all that. That was all good shit too.
We could keep it. We just cut it though.
Or bloopers at the end. There's never bloopers at the end of podcasts.
For sure, and little snippets of like,
yeah,
like shit that sounds great, but maybe it shouldn't be. I don't know. It could be in the body of the podcast.
Yeah. Okay, bless.
Check. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say actually,
to the HisBrother Podcast, starring myself, John the Barber. To the right of me is Jeremy Rosos, aka Pebz.
Yes, sir.
And in front of us is the Don.
Off camera man.
You're gonna see him every once in a while. You know what I'm saying?
Always
man, like
behind the boards.
Yeah.
And we're
from time too.
From time. You get it right or get it left. You know what I'm saying?
With a lot of guys that made it too. Some artists that made it that Billis been working with. You know?
Listen, this is a long time coming right here. So I'm just glad we all in the same place right now, and we under the same roof of Terminal 16. If you don't know where that's at, I don't know. I don't want to give you the exact address, but you're gonna know, or just look it up. You know what I'm saying? Ask a friend to ask a friend. They're gonna find out too. But I just want to say thank you in general to these gentlemen right here for putting me on this platform, and this is just the beginning of a beautiful journey. So thank you for hopping on, and hopefully we're going to touch subjects that maybe you won't want to talk about on a personal level with certain people or whatever, and we're going to expand on those things. But mainly, I just want our perspectives to be shown to the world, because I think we're coming from a decent space, you know, and after the past 2 years, I think like everybody's headspace is kind of like a consensus of where, you know, maybe there's a lot of fear, there's just uncertainty or whatever, but we just want to make sure you got a space here that you can come and congregate and listen to the mans, talk about some real life shit, what we going through, what other people going through. We're gonna bring some guests on that are gonna maybe change your life, maybe plant a seed in your kid's head that's gonna make them change forever. So, you know, I'm just glad that everybody's here under one roof, Terminal 16. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna beat you in the head. I'm gonna monarch program your ass. But yeah, man. Cheers.
Bless.
You know what I'm saying? We here now.
Bless. Just like I pictured it, John.
Just like you pictured it.
I was gonna say too, you know, we need you to do the introduction.
Okay. Well, you know, it's gonna change every time, but for the most part, it comes from the heart. Oh, also, I just want to say thank you, Scarborough.
Shout out to Scarborough.
Shout out Scarborough, man.
Shout out Scarborough. Listen, this is where I think a lot of the foundation of Toronto in general is. It just doesn't get said. And a lot of things get overlooked and overpassed. But Scarborough, for me, feels like home. And I've always been accepted here. It's so multicultural. It's a beautiful place. I can close my eyes and probably walk through here because I feel like the energy and the positivity will help me navigate. I don't ever have to like really, you know what I'm saying, be crazy out here. Although there are some bad parts, so you better act correct wherever you at. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get caught up on different blocks out here or different hoods. You know what I'm saying? Shit is real anywhere, but you know what I'm saying? They always say that people, you know, like, oh, they always make jokes like, oh, you got Tim's on and whatever, you must be from Scarborough or da-da-da-da. You know, like they always say like this is probably like the hardest place. It probably is, but that's just from everybody's different POV. But I just, in general, in retrospect, thank you, Scarborough, from the bottom of my heart. You know what I'm saying? This feels like home, and we're gonna keep it cracking out here. So, on to the next.
And the reason why John's saying it like that is because where you from, John? Tell him where you're from, man.
So, originally, I was born here, and in the Scarborough regions. But where I'm from, what I rep, till the day I die, till the wheels peel, till the casket drops, till everything pops. Miami, Florida, South Florida, baby. 305-954-561. I could throw it all in your face. South Florida till I die. And, you know, Central Florida too, you know what I'm saying? I spent a lot of time in Central Florida, Tampa Bay, Orlando, but mainly Miami. Miami is just, everything's good with moderation, you know, but if you live down there, it's obviously just gonna be different, just like the same anywhere, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can get crazy. But yeah, no, I don't take anything for granted. I'm very grateful that I did have the opportunity to live down there. But now that I live here, there are some things that I'm like, well, damn, maybe I wish I would have grown up here. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Just because of you know, just the ups and downs, life idiosyncrasies. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But yeah, no, I don't take it for granted. Like I said, I'm very grateful. I'm still yearning to get back and just be in the swing of things, or maybe just bridge the gap a little more. That's why like things like this are happening.
Word.
But yeah, Miami, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like,
For sure.
throw it up.
For sure. And 100% you're making a bridge for a lot of people, man.
No, for sure. And this is what it's about, really, at the end of the day. I mean, I didn't choose the name John the Barber 3XOG. I just been called that since I was a jit. They used to be like, yo, OG, like little OG, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, luckily I had good OGs, you know, and I feel like that's another thing too that needs to be brought to attention. Like, all the OGs out there, I'm calling y'all out, man. You know what I'm saying? If you got some youngins around you, you know, like, and you know you doing bad around them, and don't be hypocritical, I guess, in the way, but also just know that you can also explain to them that, like, street shit, man, ain't none of that shit gonna love you back, ever. It ain't, like, I don't give a fuck who you are, what you're doing, man. From here to the jail cells, man, you already know that street shit is never gonna love you back. Go out and get you a regular job. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this perception shit fucking bury you into having you in some rat race where you trying to keep up with the Joneses, and it ain't even really a fucking practical thing, you know? Like, don't take no government assistance and go out and buy some bullshit ass jewelry that ain't gonna even appreciate just because you got some bullshit ass diamonds in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like, or just buy the gold bullion. You know what I'm saying? Sit on the bullion. You're cool. You know, or get into some Bitcoin, which is another thing. We're gonna build some business literacy within this podcast. I want y'all to know we're gonna bring some hosts and people on here that are gonna really expand your minds and show you that everything is possible. Don't let the motherfuckers suppress you and keep you down and be like, oh no, like, that's only for these people, or that's only for these people. Nah, motherfucker. I've seen people just get taught once and that's it. You know, that whole like teach a man how to fish saying. I always butcher it, so I don't feel like, my bad. I don't want to get on it and say it and butcher it, but you know what I'm saying? You teach a man how to fish, you know, you feed him forever type shit. And that's it. Like, if we all knew about Bitcoin in 2007, that's when I got first hit on. Someone hit me with Bitcoin, was like, yo, listen, you trying to wash some more things? Or you trying to, what you finna do? Like, you know, and it's like, okay, yeah, no, what's my options? Like, man, this is this thing called Bitcoin, Swiss bank shit, offshore bank shit, you know, like, and this is like, you know, when that road was going.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know what that road is. You know, real mans know that road. You know what I'm saying? When that thing was going. When that thing was going, and the only thing you could pay on that road was that toll through Bit. So it was like BTC was the only way to go, and then you just had to figure out your game, or you got paid in diamonds, or you got paid in, or like I referenced Bitcoin, or some smart man's bought silver, because it's never bad to buy silver. I'm telling y'all right now. But yeah, no, I feel like if people knew from 2007, we'd all be up. And this is 100%. I'm talking about the culture that really put Bitcoin on, not like not the fucking. Fuck it, not the white motherfuckers out there, you know what I'm saying? No, like, talking all that, you know what I'm saying? Pushing the agenda, like, just, shit. Like, that's our shit. You know what I'm saying? It started in the black market. It's from a dark place, you know, like, and unfortunately, I had to, like, separate myself from certain things just because, like, it's not, all money's not good money. So, that's honestly, like, where it was, and I was just like, okay, nah, like, but, like I said, like, we're gonna bring people on, we're gonna bring people here to, you know, teach us about real estate, stocks, buying options within stocks. Like, y'all know about that? I don't know. I just got put on last week, but that shit sounds cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to expand on that. You know, like, this is not just a place where, obviously, some people might think it's going to be music driven. We're going to talk about music, but we're going to talk about everything in general, even like basketball, just because we play that shit, and you know, we do 31 and 10 like my man Jerry over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. So let me ask you.
Yeah.
Born and raised Scarborough.
Born and raised in Scarborough.
Born and raised in Scarborough. Okay. And let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You're Filipino.
Filipino.
Okay. Was it easy or hard growing up Filipino in Scarborough? Meaning, like, were you made fun of? Were you like, was there like a thing where
There's
like,
definitely racist shit at school and shit back in the day. But it was light, you know?
yeah? How, I mean, like, was it racist where like some people might be like real slight shit, like, you know, like they'll still smile in your face, you know? Like,
yeah. It would be more like my classmates being racist and shit, you know? That I would notice back then, but it wasn't too bad.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of Filipinos out here, right?
No, this is what I learned, and thank you for that. It's like I said, I appreciate you, Scarborough, because I'll tell you what, before I got back to Toronto, my Filipinoisms were, I don't even know. Like, I just know some Tagalog. Unfortunately, I can't speak it, but I can understand it for whatever reason. The dialect just gets to me. But, you know, and I speak Taglish, as the titas would say, you know? Like, but, going back to it, would they call you, like, other Asian slang, like slurs and things of that nature, just because they were confused? Exactly.
Yeah. Let's say go back to China and shit.
So that's my thing, like, so people might not know this, but there's a little age barrier. That don't mean shit, because me and this cuz right here, we you know what I'm saying, we ride until the wheels peel. So like, but there's a little age barrier, but that's the cool part, because our perspectives are the same. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to show you that it don't matter how old, you know what I'm saying, but we can have the same perspective. We can meet there.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm just saying from mine, like I'm about to be a young 40. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like, I'm clipping that. So back in my day, it would be a thing, like, even like when the thing would come on and it says like check a box, you know, like white, black, and then it never said Filipino.
It would say other.
So it was other. My whole shit got fucked up because I'm like, damn.
Or Asian.
Am I just other?
Asian.
Like, what does that mean? Like, okay. So like when people ask me, like, yeah, so John, what box did you check? You know, like, you know, other, and then eventually you started adding Pacific Islander. You know, which is, I mean, for me, I'm like, okay, that's a better step than other, but I mean, still, I wanted to say Filipino, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We knuckle up. No, well, I'll put, man, you know, hold on, little tidbit fact right now, okay? Some of y'all motherfuckers probably won't even know. You learned how to fight from a Filipino guy. Like, through the lineages of other Filipinos. I'm trying to tell you this right now. Back in the day, we used to toe the line. That's the number one thing. Everyone go toe to toe. How we doing? You all right?
We got all right, Billis? Let's go and look.
Yeah.
Stop.
Okay.
It's good.
So back in the day, we used to toe the line. You know, like, people put the toe to toe, fist up, and you just go at it, right?
Yeah.
But they was punching straight. They was going straight with it. But what you don't know is when the U.S. Navy came down to the Philippines and they was towing the line with other guys, we beat each other up for sure. But when they towed the line with a Pacquiao-esque style kind of guy, boom, he was hitting from angles, curving that wrist, that dirty boxing style. That's how they learned, punching the insides of the muscle. You know, like hitting arteries and shit. Like, they weren't doing that until they met the Filipinos. You know, like that's a real thing. So we presented that. Yeah, no, dirty boxing, dirty Filipino boxing, motherfucker. Step to it. What you want to do? Because, you know, like, but that's what I mean. Like, we need our due. You know, like, Philip, like, yo, like, I just hated it. Like, when people would be like, oh, so you're Asian, and I'm like, what makes you think that? Like, you know, in my head, I'm I'm just being fucking sarcastic as shit. You know, like, oh, well, what makes you think that? You know, you fucking piece of shit. I'll drown you in 2 feet of water, you punk motherfucker. So, but I'm like, yo, you fucking, what makes you think that? And they're like, oh yeah, so you eat a lot of Chinese food. That's automatically what it was. Because in the South, it was like, if you imagine racism, but like below the super most ignorant, like, and it gets like just really like retarded, you know, like super ignorant.
See,
racism.
I was gonna say that I haven't really experienced racism as much as I have in the States. Like, I would experience it more in the States when I would go to the States for ball or whatever back then. Then I would feel it here. Like, here's really light compared to the States.
Okay, you know, but let me bring this up though.
Yeah.
Here's what I've seen. It might seem like, but these motherfuckers is racist motherfuckers out here. You know, it's around. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what I mean about the whole like smile in your face shit, and then behind your back be like, these motherfuckers taking our jobs, or, you know, like these these nurses are taking our shit. You know, like. But at the end of the day, like, I don't want to get on the whole like, because then it would be like, you know, the same thing as being racist. You know, like. But I just want to say what I've been feeling, what I went through, what I see my mama go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, have to fucking dodge some bullshit because some doctor blamed. Well, my mom went through some whole shit in the South. Let me tell you something, man. She did what she thought was right for a patient, without getting too deep, right? So she did what she thought was right for a patient, and the patient was like, cool, I'm not gonna fucking die, thanks.
Yeah.
But it kind of overrode what a doctor did, right? And on a technical level of things, the doctor's supposed to fire my mom's. But then they gave her like a paper saying like, okay, like, just resign. You know, my mom's was crying, all this shit, man. Like at the time, I was like 13. I was like, man, fuck this shit. I'm gonna go grab my Zopound, and we gonna pull up on y'all bitch ass. I'm gonna pull up to the fucking hospital. You better you better just chill. Go chill in ICU right now, because that's where you're gonna fucking end up. Because I was so heated, you know. But then, you know, like obviously, that's not gonna solve nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At that age, at least I had to think it, because back then you don't give a fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? Like enough guys just pull that trigger and just deal with the consequences after, you know, like. But some shit went down, and it was like we came to find out like a couple years later, when I was in the mix of thing, you know what I'm saying? And I came across there was like a party, and you know, like I had to go drop a white girl off at the party, and you know, the white girl was for the same motherfucker that had it in with my mom's. And I seen him there, and I was like, yo, I went up to him, and I just told him, I was like, knowing that I could fucking just sell all your body parts right now on the black market, and no one will ever find out, but I won't do it, that's better for me. Because you know I have that power, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but that's what I mean to say, is like, growing up, Filipino, whether Toronto, Miami, whatever, we all went through it, you know, but just know that you got some brothers to confide in here. If you ever need to, like, you know what I'm saying, listen to something to empower you or whatever, you need to reach out. Just feel free to reach out to me or Jer. You know, like, we here. Let's try to build this Filipino thing bigger than us, you know, because it's going to be here after us, you know. And I feel like sometimes we're a little submissive, you know, in ways where like we get into a room and we don't feel like we deserve it, you know, like, and other people are just like walking all over us just because we're Filipino, you know, like, and they just feel like they could do that, you know, like, and I'd be like, nah, motherfucker, I'll show you, man, what?
Yeah.
Let's go outside right now in 90 seconds, cuz I'll show you what the fuck's up in 90, what? No, that's it. Cuz it just pisses me off, like, when that's like the reoccurring thing, you know, like, I done seen people lose plenty of opportunities just because they couldn't speak up, you know, like, and somebody else was like, oh, I'll just slip right in front. So just know that you got power, okay? Filipinos out there, pump your fist to your heart, put it to the sky, tell everybody you Filipino. It's the same motherfucking thing, man. Let's get it, you know, like, I'm just proud of it. I'm proud of being Filipino, and I didn't know I was until I got more or less here. And it's sad for me to say that. But I'm a man of admitting things, so, you know, like, but I'm not trying to discredit my my growing up childhood of, like, you know, heavy Hispanic and Haitian influence, you know, and West Indian influence down south. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a beautiful thing, you know. But I do feel like I would have been killing some of y'all motherfuckers in all these basketball leagues out here, because you know what I'm saying. I got a quick fucking 20 and 10 my damn self. But no, so. Yeah, man. Like, what was, like, other than basketball? What were your other hobbies growing up in Canada? Like,
fuck, for me it was just basketball.
Just basketball. Yeah, basketball. Ain't nothing else. Ain't a fuck it.
That's just me though. You know, there's a lot of other stuff going on.
But I do know but that shows in your game. You know what I'm saying? That you know, guys that just that's all they did. Yeah. You know, traveled, played. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, I miss them days. Like, I miss getting on the buses. You know, I miss that camaraderie. You know, like. That's what I miss the most. I miss, like, sometimes being in the barbershop. Like, I miss being in the barbershop. Whoa. We barbers now. I'm inactive.
It's close to that.
I'm inactive. Hopefully I can get back in action. But I'll tell you what, this guy right here to the right of me cuts fucking, I'll tell you, I've cut with a lot. Okay, let me tell you. I've cut with a lot of guys. Pause. I've cut with a lot of guys, and I've seen a lot of guys cut in front, but, like, you got a real good touch, like,
respect, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you a really good barber, like,
respect, bro.
So to know that you play ball, you cut, And you know, motherfuckers don't know this guy's he's one of my favorite artists. He's one of my favorite artists. Y'all don't know. That's how we met. Man. Okay, hold on. We get into the story. This is how we fucking met, y'all. And Billis is here. Man. And Billis is here. Yo, by the way, okay, hold on. Billis is like, I think like just the overall gel of things. Because sometimes like I would ask Billis about his brother. I'd be like, yo, so you know, like how does Pebz, like, how does he do things? And he would be, I'm like, because I seen the MPC, you posted the MPC one time, and I'm like, Billis, this guy's got the MPC going, you know? But do you remember when I asked you? And you were like,
it's funny. This guy tells me the story all the time.
Yeah, he was like, no, you know.
It was trippy, too, because I met you separately, both of you guys separately, and it just came up one time that you fucked with his music, and I'm like, yo, that's my guy.
No, 1,000%.
Like, what? Like, how did that connection be made? Was like, with this guy, it's crazy because the amount of connections that have been made in that way, where it's like you wouldn't expect it to happen, it happened. Word. So like, I feel like he's the gel to making all these different connections because they've always led back to him.
Respect, man.
If I really take it in,
it's crazy, man. I like to say that I'm a connector.
Had you not listened to his music, we would have never spoke about it.
1,000%.
So without him in the equation, it's just like we just knew each other like that.
Holy shit.
That's crazy, man.
That's crazy, man. It and to be quite honest, what's the name of the song is Scarborough? Or
I named it OTC, man.
OTC,
man. Out the City. It stands for Out the City.
Out the City. Okay, let me tell you something. When I first heard this song, I don't want to butcher it. I'm not going to sing it for you guys. I'm not going to do that. Okay? This guy does that for you. And he won't do it for you unless it's like a nice, pretty price. I'll tell you right now, I'm managing this shit. I'm talking 30K before the door hits.
Shit.
But here's the thing. So the song, shout out Big Norm.
Yeah.
Big Norm had it in his...
Big plug.
In his email. And he was like, yo, you got to hear this song. It's about Scarborough. And I heard it. And first of all, intro starts. I'm like, okay, got like a very airy, you know, mystic feel, and then like, you know, I just hear the vocal hits, and I'm like, oh, okay, that your tonality is like it hits my frequency very well. So like I gravitate towards it for sure, and then I'm like, okay, and then I'm like, oh wait, like he's using referencing like you said Boca, and it fucked me up. That's when I was like, okay, no, I'm generally, I'm a fan off rip, and then I looked into it, and I was like, no, all the music really in general, which blew my mind because there's a lot of artists out here. Trust me, you could throw a fucking rock out here, and there's a lot of talent out here. I've lived in a lot of cities. I've done a lot of music for people, by people.
Yeah, let's get into that.
A lot of cities, too, right?
Man. Yeah.
And pound for pound, I think Toronto has the most talent. Pound for pound, but it's never what you know, it's who you know. You know, I'll tell you to the day I die. Look at me, look at that camera, motherfucker. It's who you know, unfortunately. So part of being skilled is just half the battle. You know, like you kind of have to know. And I hate small talk, but it might even be part of like I don't want to even say like it has to be, but like you know how it is. You got to schmooze, you got to fucking mingle, you gotta some people. You know, like that's the music industry, you know, like that's the part of the music industry that like if we could just take out, holy shit, like stress free, man, you know, like just worry about being creative. That's a whole nother fucking way of thinking. Like, well, I don't know. I think we're getting there, you know.
I think we're getting there.
You know, enough guys are owning their masters now or what, like, I don't know. You know?
Just getting more popular, right? Like,
for sure. Yeah.
The fact that we don't have so many people out here signing all the artists is kind of like a blessing in a sense because it gives you a chance to run up those numbers without having the distraction of a label coming in to try. Because it'll you take a kid from the ends, doesn't have a lot of money, you throw $50K at him even. He might go for that, but 1,000%. Without that distraction there, he can build up his own, and essentially he owns everything from there. And if people started looking at it in that way, I think then the traveling would be more meaningful when you go places, when you go to LA, when you go to New York. You know now you're like, I have my own product, I can run this stuff. I ran it up in Toronto, you can do it up anywhere, right? The American music translates over here the same way it can translate over there. So you might as well just build up your own self while we're here, because we got our own little, like, 40 said it in a video, something about like how it's Toronto's, it's like its own little escape that nobody knows about. Nobody can get in, nobody can, you know, we do our thing here, and then when he goes out to LA and wherever else here, he's like, that's where we can like really experiment and see if this stuff is really good. So I think that's the blessing that we have here. But people are so set on like get out of here, which is not a bad thing, because you got to travel and you learn, right? But building it here is like you're quiet, you can literally zone in and do it without having to worry about like, okay, this label's office is here, this label's office is here. If you're living in LA, you're around every single record label. That's hard to think about. You really think about it, right? Especially if you're a music artist, you're trying to like get signed. The only thing you're thinking about is, I need to rock with one of these labels here because they're here. Toronto, we don't have that, so we can build our own, and then I feel like it's a better escape to like just create your own product, and then from there you don't need nobody.
No, for sure. I feel like a lot of time. Thank you for that, by the way. I don't think that's ever been addressed too tough. And I feel like people allocate time here for that creativity, which is a beautiful thing. Whereas, like, yeah, you're right. Like, they don't have that ceiling of thought where it's like, oh fuck yeah, there are like 20,000 labels out here, or X, Y, and Z, and hopefully one picks me, or I gotta pick, you know, make the right choice. But whereas here, you're just literally focusing on the music, and then you can kind of pivot, you know, like or like you said, like your traction builds. Because one thing I learned from being back south. Shout out DJ Entice, my brother for life. Shout out Mikey B. Happy birthday, Mikey B. You already know. You probably won't hear this in the post, but 99 Jams. They work for 99 Jams, and which is like the biggest radio station in South Florida, for hip hop and R&B. So I learned a lot about spins and just regional popularity, and like, you know, just like how guys can really just get up out of their regional markets and where they go, you know, like with it. So thank God for the internet, you know, obviously the gift and the curse of like not having to always be in the same city in that sense. Because yeah, I used to see guys literally city to city, radio station to radio station, you know, and like guys used to have to hire, like that was a part of your team, you know what I mean? Like your management would get a guy that just went to every radio station and just waited there all day waiting to talk to the programming director, the PD, and just be like, "Yo, you got to play this record. You got to play this record." Badger him if you, and then allegedly, the brown paper bag situation started coming. You know, like where like it was pay to play, you know, and then sometimes, you know, with the whole Spotify, you know, number situation, you know, it's all fucking kooky and cocky. But what remains is good music, and I think like if you make great music, timeless music, it conquers all, you know, like that'll never change, you know, which I'm glad about, because like I'm surrounded by people that make that type of music, you know. I'm also surrounded by people that make shit music, for sure. You know, and I'm not afraid to say that, you know.
Fuck, man.
There's a lot of times where people are like, "Yo, John, what do you think of this?" Or like, you know, does this sound good? And I've always been told from OGs, like, you could totally crush somebody. You could just tell them, listen, this is the honest truth. You're fucking shit. Don't quit your day job. You know, like, I don't know what your mama was thinking with the vocal lessons. It never happened for you. You know what I'm saying? You can crush them. Or you could just, you could point out the positive things and, you know, the attributes, and like, which I think is like the cup half full, always like giving that, which I think is better in general coming from an OG. I'm just telling y'all right now, like, it's always better off to like just be more positive than negative. You know what I'm saying? Like, 100%. Even if you have the power to do it. And some people deserve it. Trust me. There's some people I just want to fucking bury with words. And mind you, okay, we might not know this, but I was an English major. So, you know, you might hear some SAT words on here, ACT words. By the way, I don't know if you guys don't have those testings here. Don't worry, it's culturally biased. Fuck them. We don't need those fucking tests. But yeah, no, so it's, what was I just saying? Sorry.
Talk about the SATs.
Okay,
cussing
yes.
people out for
cussing them out.
Is not that good
for their music being shit. Sorry, thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel you could do that. You know, you could bury somebody, but, you know, enlighten them, you know, like, I don't know. I feel like everybody deserves a chance. You know, like somebody told me, like I had a little rap career in my life, and I never believed anybody that told me, well, personally, thankfully, nobody told me I was shit to my face, to my fucking face. No one ever told me, right? But I heard a 1-2 man's in the back, or in my whole life, it was like, nah, you know what? He sounds like Fat Joe, or he sounds like da-da-da-da-da. So, yeah, like, I feel like if I would have took those harsh words to heart or whatever, you know, or gave a fuck, really, at the end of the day, then, yeah, I wouldn't be here right now talking to you guys, you know, but I had a nice, fruitful rap career. Like, I didn't super sign nothing.
Show Billis those tracks, too, man.
Oh, yeah, okay, hold up. We don't get into that, too. But here's the thing. I did the Chitlin Circuit tours. I did all them things, you know, like, I showed up to places where there's still 2 water fountains, and they were super racist and fucking calling me chink nigger, you know, like to my face, bro, you know, like, and I still got up and rapped in front of them, you know, trying to change their perception on me, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'd be like, I'm Filipino, don't call me the other one, don't call me the other thing, please, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all, you know, like, and yeah, no, I mean, the South is a weird place to get, I guess, like, my message, what I was trying to get across, or even like my rap style out. And at the time, it was all like Khaled, like, We're Taking Over, and all the other like #1 hits, you know, that he was doing. And shout out to DJ Khaled, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew DJ Khaled when he was 180 pounds, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So to see where he is now, and I've learned a lot from him as far as really just not giving a fuck what other people think, you know, and really just sticking to your plan. Like, I saw his plan, and he is superseded exceptionally, like, what he ever thought he could do, you know. But he also had Damon John as a life coach, and I always want to mention that to people, saying that, you know, it is cool to get help, you know, like, sometimes you may not know that you need it, or someone might just say, hey man, you might need a, you know, maybe not even a life coach, but like a PA of sorts, or something, you know, there's an assistant, someone to just help you crutch up a little bit so you can kind of see things without having to like spread yourself so thin that, like, I mean, we all got 24 hours, but I swear to God, like, he worked till like the minute of the, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the time would switch, and then he'd still be on the next day. So, but yeah, no, once I seen like structure happening and certain things getting, and obviously it's not all perfect, you know, like there's a lot of rifts in the thing, and I don't want to get too into somebody else's business. But I witnessed it and I seen it, so like I just know what works and what doesn't. But in overall retrospect, yeah, no, hard work and sticking to the plan, and not really just caring what other people think. Like, a lot of people say they don't care, but they really fucking care what people think, you know. And I feel like if you can get past that, you can do any fucking thing. You're in your own way, and that sounds so cliche because everybody tells you, oh no, you're in your own way type thing. But it's fucking true, you know. Like, I done seen plenty of guys say what they were gonna do and got in their own way. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, you know, I'm gonna make the league, dog. Hey, half my AAU guys I played with, like, yo man, I'm gonna be in the league for real. And then guess what happens? Oh, you start putting pussy on a pedestal, and you start fucking playing craps in the wrong places, and, you know, CeeLo games where you don't end up too good, you know, or you just get locked, and then 5 years later, you know what I'm saying, you end up like certain situations, you know. But peace to all the basketball gods that had the dreams, man. We all had them, you know what I'm saying? Like,
We've seen a lot that didn't make it either, that should have made it.
1,000, man. I know more, put it this way, I know more talented guys that aren't in the NBA. I'll tell you that to your face. I don't give a fuck who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, NBA is just, without getting too, you know, crazy with it, but NBA is just another business. You know, like, y'all just watching the business move in motion. You know, just like football, just like all that other stuff. But, you know, it's part of our life, I guess, if you choose to, you know, have it be a part of your life or whatever. But it does drive part of the economy. I'm letting y'all know right now, because gambling and betting and all that stuff, that just keeps the world going around. If you don't want to admit that, or you don't want to, like, you know, sorry, that's just the real world. You know, like, that's another thing too. I don't like people who are so naive to the fact that shit just goes on in this world. You know, like,
Yo, we could get into that. It'll get too deep, man.
Like, that's a crazy...
Especially with everything going on, man.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you know...
Right in front of our face, bro.
Yeah, no. Like, what's really going on, man? Like, I think people just choose to, like, eat shit. You know? You like the way your shit tastes? You must, because you're just eating it every fucking day. And you're representing it every day. So, shit like that only gets stronger, unfortunately. You know, because... It's way easier to be stupid. Trust me. Like, it's way easier to just hop on that vibration and that frequency will just like resonate for fucking miles, bro. And then eventually, you know, one of us guys will be sitting around and it'll try to hit us, and then they'll be like, "Oh, well, I ain't fucking with him. He ain't fucking with us." You know what I'm saying? Like, we doing a different dance, baby. Like, this ain't the same. Like, we waking up the same, like at the same times or whatever, but like everybody just has their own thing. But then like it's just weird that people choose to eat shit every day, like. And we talking metaphorically, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But like,
but I think now
it's easy to coast.
You know
what I mean? And it's possible to coast through life where you get, you know, you get your job, you get your little house or condo or whatever, and live your life. Contentness, right? You can be content with where you're at and not want to know more, and you can get through life like that. You know, a lot of people go that route. A lot of people don't want to step back and look like, okay, some real shit going on out here, like,
man.
You know, and you can ignore it and not care. That's okay too.
Yeah.
But like you said, you're gonna be eating shit every single day just because you're not looking for something else. Right?
So like, it's funny because I had this conversation with Jared and we was talking about how quote unquote conspiracy theorists were putting out quote unquote theories at a certain time frame. I don't even know exact dates because I ain't that type of like historian like that. Chronologically, I'm fucked up in the head because I smoke a lot of weed. So, but yeah, quote unquote, things were like, oh no, wait, hold up, this is gonna happen by this time. If we did, and then it happened. And then people were like, and then those people with their fucking tails between their fucking chochas were like, oh, damn, I can't tell these motherfuckers they were right. So, and then something else happens. And then it's like, okay, so I'll hide behind this thing that happens.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Thankfully, something else happened. So I can just hide behind this thing that's happening. And then I got to face the people who are going to make another conspiracy theory. Is this what I'm formulating in my head? You know, like, and by the way, y'all, I just want to say we're not trying to like purely take sides or whatever. We're just trying to show you like what's going on with our perspectives, you know, like what we see through our eyes, you know, like, and this is just honestly a collective of thoughts, you know, so we don't want to beat up the whole like
there's no right or wrong
this versus this. We just saying what's coming from here and then putting a little comedic spin on it, so don't take it to heart. I have to stop it in between and just say that just because like I feel like some people might be like, oh, fuck this podcast, or fuck these people, you know, like they're this is what it's always gonna be now. Okay, we didn't fuck with no, but so we telling you just what we see, what, you know, what's going on with us, you know, or from our perspective. So, but yeah, without getting in too deep, there's a lot of people that just I feel like shouldn't feel embarrassed or feel like oh no shit we were wrong, you know, like just live right now, like. From this point on, change. You know, like, it ain't got to be said. We know it. Like, I'm one of them guys that'd be like, I told y'all, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to do that. Like, the older I get, that's just like, when I was young, I wasn't even like that. But I know motherfuckers that are like that. I know motherfuckers that are, I know you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? They just be like, they just be waiting to say, I know you. I told you, motherfucker. Why don't you just fucking tell me how to do it the right way the first time? Don't got me, get me, motherfucker. What the hell? Like, what was that all about? Like, you just waiting for me to fuck up so you could say, I told you, motherfucker? Nah, man. I ain't that guy. We ain't that guys. So what it's about is like, yeah, if you know better now, if you don't know better, you can't do better. So now you know better. So maybe you want to do better now. So like, okay, then do it. You know, like, stop eating shit, y'all. That's what I mean to say. Anyways, let's switch to the, I felt like we touched, okay on that. You know, I don't want to go too deep on that. We could do like hours on that.
It could go forever, bro.
Forever, infinite.
Like at least like know your tribe, you know?
For sure. Know your tribe. Which is
fuck to say, cause, you know?
And respect.
But recently, you could see who's who. Recently,
1000%
during this time
on your on the sleeve.
Yeah,
too. Ain't no poker players out here. I know y'all sucking motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all fucking folding. You ain't even seen the flop, cause I see it to the river. Yeah. That's a little poker referencing. If y'all don't know what I'm talking, just start looking it up as I'm talking. But for sure, I totally understand, and unfortunately, it's divided families. It's brought families closer, like, or like whatever it did or didn't do. Mm-hmm. I just know you got power in you to do what you know what I'm saying. Like, it's not. What is this? It's not on you. It's in you. Yeah, man. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man. I don't know. I feel like just the world in general, is changing vastly. We just gotta stay ready. And I'm not saying ready like have the pistol in your lap, cuz you know what I'm saying. Like, well, maybe
you never know.
Maybe man. I am. But maybe you know what I'm saying. A little 6-shooter shit don't jam, cuz you better have that thing. What I'm trying to tell you is just be ready in general, mentally, physically, and for those that are like that are in a mental rut or looking for mental help, just know that it's out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all go through it. Not everything's perfect. I don't want you to all think we wake up and we honky-dory every day, smiling, Just know it's okay to have bad days. I feel like a lot of people don't know that. Like they don't, or maybe people...
Fuck, sometimes I forget that myself.
Yeah, for sure, man. We just go through the motions every day, man. Wake up, pick up my kid, drop my kid off, whatever you got to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, then just like taking time for gamma breathing, just take some deep breaths.
For real, man. I did one of those classes, man. And you should do it because you went to Float Valley, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Float Valley.
Deprivation tank.
Okay.
Deprivation tank.
That's what I'm talking about. So what is it?
I've been on that.
So for you guys, it's total detachment, right? That's what you go for. Like,
I go to relax my muscles when I'm sore.
Okay.
But it is a mental thing too. Get clear your mind and stuff.
You escape, right? Do you fall asleep?
You're not going to your first time. You got to get used to it a bit.
Okay.
You could fall asleep in there though.
The second time I did it was in Florida, but I've done ones like there's one on Queen Street, downtown on Toronto. You better give us a plug. Float.
Yeah, Toronto.
Okay, we need 60 free floats. Okay, I'm plugging y'all on because I know motherfuckers are coming here from the States and they want to do the same thing with no hiccups, so they're coming to Float Toronto downtown.
And my boy Nadeem, Float Valley in Markham.
Okay.
Right by our shop. Yeah,
boost that up right there.
Man,
Nadeem, know we coming. I'm bringing a life vest because I heard
a lot of things going on over there, man.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But the one in Queen, I was able to like move in it, like.
Yeah, nice.
So the one in Miami, I wasn't able to.
Oh, word.
I was like literally like, y'all seen the movie The Jacket?
Yeah.
You know how they have the jacket on and they like kind of just slip you in there?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, y'all don't ask people if they're
nah, for real.
Like claustrophobic?
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know. I feel like you wouldn't come here if you were claustrophobic. And I'm like, well, don't assume shit.
Yeah, for real.
So anyways, I did that in there, but the one on Queen, I was able to like float, like literally like. But I felt
bigger
like
tank.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was able to turn around, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know if if you don't see the film on this, I'm about 230 pounds of fucking solid Adonis. So you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to move my 6-pack in there.
Yeah. But yeah, for those that don't know, a float tank or deprivation tank is just a tank with water filled with Epsom salt. And when you're in it, you lay in it and you're floating.
So the salinity
like
helps you.
You're just floating. It's like you're in space, bro. You just lay in there, just,
Zero gravity.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, man.
Shit.
It's nice, though. If you want to meditate, just
escape.
Relieve stress. Yeah, escape. And then I did this Wim Hof breathing thing over there.
Oh, my God. Let's get into this. Billis, you know Wim Hof or what you...
So I seen a little bit about some of the breathing stuff.
Okay.
Haven't gotten into it yet. I only did the O3 tank, which is just raises up your body temperature. You sit in this tank.
It's hot, right?
And it's up to like 40 degrees.
Holy shit. Okay.
And it puts out O3, which your skin starts to like absorb.
And O3 you can only get in the morning time.
Yeah.
Like early morning time. If you go outside, it's like, it's a different air.
Oh my God, y'all putting us on right now. I don't know shit about this.
Please and then you feel a lot of energy if you're, if your muscles are sore. It burns a lot of calories. Whatever you're trying to do, you can just sit there and the hangover, you'll just sweat it out.
Oh no, I'm getting put on right now. I don't know anything about this.
That's another one that is definitely,
Yeah, man.
Something to check out at Flow Valley.
Flow Valley.
Yo,
check out the demon. Flow Valley.
Better sponsor this podcast, bro.
Listen, we're coming in. We're doing a podcast in the float. Like we'll have it patched into the float. I was like, hey guys, how we're floating around.
That'd be crazy.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, the Wim Hof breathing thing is I don't want to butcher it like you say, right? But
no, that's fine.
Like, it's just this breathing technique that So they did a test on this guy Wim Hof. They injected him with like bacteria or like disease
for sure
to get you sick, and he would just do his breathing exercise, and his body would reject it, bro. All the toxins they're shooting in there, he's rejecting it, bro.
He's from Iceland. The Iceland guy.
The Iceland guy. I think he's from Iceland.
Okay.
And then he always promotes that cold ice bath. You know, with the ice bath.
Okay, so what you guys don't know, if you haven't seen already, Jerry Bear does the ice cold bath, and let me tell you something. Some guys wince. Some guys make like, oh my god, this is really not something I should have. This guy just fucking hops in, y'all, and I like it. Like it's hot.
Cold showers and all that too, like consistently, you know.
Cold showers is the way to go.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just trying to find something to help me like figure stuff out, you know. And like I was still going through shit with my brother passing and all that.
Okay.
So just looking for things to like help me with that mentally and shit, and that definitely fucking helped me a lot, bro.
No, so that's what I hear is obviously the concentration on the breathing.
Yeah.
And then it literally does this get you in a meditative spot.
Yeah, so what they say is it releases the dopamines in your body so that you get a natural feel of like DMT.
What?
So you're supposed to feel like something close to that, you know? Like you could release DMT by yourself without taking DMT.
Through the pineal or through the
through something. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't even know, man, the terms. I just go to this guy, I follow him, tells me what to do, and I just...
And you do it.
Yeah, I do it, and I trip.
And it works. And it works for you.
And it works for me.
Okay.
And I know a lot of UFC fighters do this shit too, and like, yo, Steph Curry, before every game, he goes in a deprivation tank.
And you just...
See, people don't know that. Every game...
I didn't know that. This is first...
Yeah.
You heard it first.
Yeah, man.
Yo.
You can look that up.
He goes in a okay, that's why he just blacks out.
Yeah,
and shoots from half court.
You could focus and all that. Yeah. It's nice. Gets you loose before... Even when I used to perform, I would go do a deprivation tank session before my show.
And just
to get... Yeah.
And you had hair back then?
And I had long hair back then,
You had hair back then, yeah. Yeah, long hair.
Like you, man. Like you. Kuya John, man. OG,
well, shit. You know what? This is the longest I've ever had this hair.
Real?
Yeah, no, honestly, I never... You know, Florida, it's so hot, mucky.
Yeah.
If I had this hair, I probably would have cut it already. Or... let it lock and grow. You already know. Open lock of shit.
I think me and Billis want to hear more about Florida, man.
Oh yeah,
Kimbo Slice talks. Bro.
I was just about to say, yo, I know like I'm a big fight fan, just overall boxing, MMA, street fights, bare knuckle fights, all of it. I love it. And one thing that I know is unique to a lot of places, especially Toronto, is the fight culture in Miami, because that's the stuff I started watching when I first started getting into fighting. Like, it was the street fights, and I know that they were doing it big in Miami. You didn't see really many other like organized street fights and just fighting overall. So like, I know you know a lot about that. So
I'm gonna break it down from the fucking molecules, y'all. So here's it is. When I moved from, so I was born here, y'all, like I told you, Toronto, and then I ended up moving because my mother had horrible arthritis, and the low pressures caused her to have migraines, so she had 2 leave of absences in 1 year. The doctor was like, it's either your health or your wealth. These are the 3 spots that we can send you: North Carolina, Hawaii, or Florida. And luckily, she picked Florida. So at first, when we first went down there, we stayed in Pompano, Florida. That's where Kodak Black's from, just to give y'all some like referencing of where y'all, and God bless the dead, XXX. You know what I'm saying?
Say word is from there.
Yep, Pompano. What? Well, Pompano, Oakland Park, Sunrise. It's without getting too technical, it's all like super linked, you know what I'm saying? Like and super West Indian and super, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of Brazilians. Actually, it's melting pot. It's Florida. Yeah. But so we ended up in Pompano, Florida, and long story long, like I always do. I fought almost every day from that point on. Like when I touched down, they was like, who are you? And I didn't even have time to say who I was. They already I got hit in the mouth. And I was like, damn, like, where the fuck am I? And I wasn't even in school. I was just, because we stayed in a hotel when we first got down, like a motel. And mind you, back then, it was just like, it was one of the greatest of places, you know what I'm saying? So the fight culture in Florida is I think it breeds from just actually having our body temperature so high from the heat. You know, like you say 40, so that's like in Fahrenheit, that's like 90, 100, like around in those regions. So for us, it's like almost 90 degrees. My bad, forgive me, my Celsius is fuck.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so it's like 90 degrees almost all the time. So we're already like hot, bothered, you know? And then it's just like after that, it's like, you want it, motherfucker? Okay, if it's you or me, it's you, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you just got bro, I'm talking like you go to like the gas station or a bodega, you know, just to get something, you know, whatever, you might have to throw hands. Like that's in your mind. Like you might have to throw hands with 3+ people, or you know what I'm saying? Just because pussies are always gonna come jump you. You know what I'm saying? Very seldom is it a one-on-one fight unless it's like a sanction, like people just met up there to go fight.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Enough times it ends up being like, you know, whatever, or someone pulling the strap out. But luckily, when I first got there, straps were out. Like we saw, like it was more OG shit. Like a fight would break out and an OG would just pang pang, 2 in the air, and then shit will just disperse. You know, like, or you just heard about guys having guns and just killing each other. Like, but it wasn't even on that time for us. Like for the jits out there. You know what I'm saying? So when we was out there, the most I would see was like we would make like little shanks, or if we couldn't get knives or whatever, that's the illest it would get for us. But we were still fighting almost every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the culture of fighting was just so big in Florida. Like it would just be usually people slap boxing in a fucking in a line of Walmart. You'd be like, what y'all slap boxing for, man? Hey man, this is the last thing honey buns. Y'all slapping each other with some honey buns? What the fuck? And by the way, honey buns in jail, you know what I'm saying? That's fucking gold up in there. Put some peanut butter on there, and that's fucking king in there.
Yo, I seen a video of you. It looked like Kimbo's that same backyard Kimbo was fighting in, man.
Bro.
And you were fucking going out. You were fucking wilding out in that video, man.
And you know what it is man, you got. So that's when I say you bring a guy from South Florida, outside, 90-degree weather, hot weather. We're gonna whoop your motherfucking. I don't give a fuck who you are. Pull a strap out. I'm taking that strap out your hand. I'm whooping you with it. But you bring us into air conditioning. Different story. That's how I knew. Once I seen. Okay, and back to the fighting thing. I'll touch on this and then I'll go back to so Kimbo Slice, when he got brought into air conditioning, that's the first time you ever saw the man, like kind of that guy from Boston, Sean something, the ex-cop, the fat guy. I was like, this is Kimbo finna mop this motherfucker, but he brought him into air conditioning. It was a totally different style of fighting.
What the fuck?
Even Kimbo's transition into professional fighting was tough for him, and he said it. He's like, you know, when he was on the UFC, the show. He's like, yo, this is nothing like what I was doing.
No.
He's like, this is totally different. These guys are real, legit fighters in the sense of, like, they know more than one aspect. Kimbo had hands. You put a lot of those UFC fighters on just boxing and go box Kimbo in the sun in Las Vegas or even in Florida, it's going to be a tough fight for them, right? But when you transition it into the octagon with a referee, with... you know what I mean? Mouth guards, proper gloves. It's a whole different dynamic,
For
right?
sure. So, you add kicks, ground game, like
all of that.
No, man. And then it opens up Pandora for your fighting IQ, right? Because you're just like, it ain't just stand up no more. You know, like Kimbo he was cash king, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he only had to throw 8 punches out, and that was like 50 grand, 60. You know what I'm saying? Some fights were like 100 grand, especially with they side betting on you. You know, like, that's another thing too. So let's just rewind it. So fighting was just a thing, and then eventually you just fighting in your neighborhoods. And then obviously in school, you fight in different schools, you know what I'm saying? Schools will show up to other schools, you know what I'm saying? You scrap out.
That's how it was here.
Yeah, that's why. So we're going to talk about this too, because I want to talk about that. So we show up, and then eventually it would be like, you'd find places to be like, yo, man, you can knock this guy out for $500? Like, I'll knock the guy out for $200. You know what I'm saying? And then be like, what? Like, line them up for $200 fights. You know what I'm saying? So like you'd be showing up at different hoods, knocking guys out and getting quick $500 here and there. But all these other guys are making like thousands on you. But you're jit. You don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just growing up. They growing you up. So, and depending on what like affiliation would bring you in, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be the mob, whether it be the like, you know, the Trinitarios or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would just be like, okay, no, we bringing this guy in. He fighting for us. It's like dog fighting, you know, but guys just bare knuckle. Like, I saw Jorge Masvidal fought twice. You know, like I seen him whoop. I'm talking whoop, man. This guy in the streets, man, he wasn't nothing to play with, bro. Like he was bro. So one of the hardest hitters, like, and he wasn't always the biggest. He just like, you ever seen a perfect punch? Like just crunch somebody. You know when they like show the slow-mos of like someone's just face getting like just filtered out.
One of his fights online, this is the backyard days. So you can see there's a pretty different size difference between him and this other guy, but he made the other guy give up. He just wanted to keep going. It was no time limit. They just kept banging out until one of them couldn't go. Shit. And the man just at the end was like, yo, I can't do it anymore. He's like, and Jorge got cracked a bunch. He got dropped, I think, a couple of times in that fight. Damn. Just got up, and it was just like, I think for that guy, I fucked him up because it was like, yo, I just dropped this guy. I'm hitting him hard, but he's not. He just keeps coming forward, and he's hitting me hard too. Right?
That's the thing too, is we would hear stories about a guy with this fucking prolific beard, like Zeus almost, you know? And they're like, you'd hear like, it was like Roman like mythology. It was like, there's a guy named Kimbo Slice, you know? Because his hood, people call him Ferg. People in the hood call him Ferg because his last name was Ferguson. So like, but you'd hear Kimbo Slice, you know? It sounded like, what the fuck? Like, who is this guy? You'd be in barbershops, and so it started out that way. That was the only way you can get the tapes, with barbershops. So you had to be in the right barbershop and have them showing it, and then the right bootleg guy being like, okay, now, you know, $50 a tape now. You know what I'm saying? And you'd get the tape, and it would have like, or you'd get like a tape with all music videos, and then right at the end it'd be like 2 fights. You'd be like, yo, let me get that tape with the music videos in it, man. If we ain't finna watch no music videos, dog, just fast forward to the fight. Or you got the DVD and then had the options, boom, fight, boom, hit that thing. And it'd be Kimbo just whooping guys' asses, and it'd be handing out fucking $500 ass ones for free, like, you know, like. And to be crazy about it was some of the earlier ones, we would hear stories obviously about him being like, yo, he would let the guy hit him first. So it ended up being a thing.
I seen that.
We would hear about it being like, yo, like that's a crazy psychology, because almost all the fights I've ever been in, right? Half the time, the first punch
wins.
Decides, so it either wins or decides what's really. So if you hit that guy with your first punch, and like whether he knew it was coming or not, and you just come in, bomb, you hit him with that first punch, that's your best punch. You don't knock that guy out. He knows he can probably kill you. He knows mentally. So what does that do for a guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, so if Kimbo's up there and like, hit me, motherfucker, hit me. And you give him 2 or 3 pieces, and he literally just dips those pieces in sauce and just, I ate those. You know what I'm saying? Those are some good nuggets. You know, you got any more nuggets on you? Mentally, you're already done. You're shut down. You already lost the fight. You know what I'm saying? And half the time, man, you walk up to a guy like Kimbo Slice. So in person, I've seen him fight twice, and then what was crazy was we were always like, man, when he started going bald, and people were like, no, he just shaves his head like that, and that's what makes it crazy. He was not bald.
He left this part, right?
He would leave the cul-de-sac, y'all. He would leave the
cul-de-sac,
dog. That's you would crazy. Have the cul-de on. Yo, just put
a braid it sometimes too.
My man, he would braid it into the beard. He would braid it to the back with the beads sometimes, like, and then he would come. Sometimes he would go down to his chest hair. He would put like arrows in his chest hair, like crazy shit.
Yeah, when he was on the show, he had the arrow pointing to his face.
Bro, he was bro. God bless the dead, because he was hard of mine, bro. A lot of people don't give him his flowers or whatever they want to say, how cliche that is, but yeah, no, I just want to say, bro, God bless the dead, because he set the pace for a lot of things. Like we just knew it was possible for like some people could get up out the hood, like however, you know, like and bro, like honestly, like I used to see him all the time, bodyguarding for Britney Spears, and it just like bro, this guy was
he's a legend. You know what I mean? Legend. You know, I can say for me, he's a legend in fighting. For you, he's a legend in fighting, a legend in the hood, legend in the city. And big like staple. Kimbo was like, I feel like set the pace for a lot of different fighters to be like, who are good at street fighting, to actually start taking martial arts a little bit more serious. Let me learn jiu-jitsu. Let me learn Muay Thai. Let me learn judo, whatever it is, to help me transition and make this into a career, right? Like Jorge Masvidal, yo, he's a legend in the sport, right? Like he's had a lot of fights, and he came from that. And I think Kimbo was one of the reasons why
1,000%
he was able to look at that and be like, yo, I've been
whooping that dude's ass in the streets. Let me take this pro. He just fought for the title twice in the biggest promotion in the world. Right? You just talked about how you used to see him fight in the streets. It's like that transition, I feel like, was Kimbo's blueprint, right? Kind of gave it to the people, and not only people in Miami and Florida, but like, I feel like all over.
Everywhere, yeah. And you see now, they got bare knuckle leagues now, like...
Yeah.
Like I don't want to say like Miami made that shit up. We're not reinventing the wheel here, y'all. It happens everywhere. I just want to say we probably monetized it earlier than some. Some people would fight bare knuckle here and there. You know, it might be over some like, maybe you grab my lawnmower. Hell yeah, I grab your lawnmower, Jim. What the fuck, man? Don't grab my lawnmower, man. We fitting the bare knuckle right now. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that type of situation might be going on. But in Miami, it was like, nah, man, because we bet on everything. I swear to God, we'll bet on a fucking unisex bathroom. Is there a guy or a girl coming out that thing right there? Let's bet right now. You know what I'm saying? I knew a barbershop. You can get a good $50 minimum bet, and they would bet on the unisex bathroom. Is there a guy or girl coming out of there right now? Let's bet on right. Bro, it was crazy. That's, I know, crazy, but you can get that bet every time. I know. We pull up right now. You can bet 100 more. It's good to go. But the betting culture is real, bro. We would bet on barefoot races. We'd be in a parking lot. You see guys running up and down. That shit's normal. You know, some people like would come visit me in Miami and they'd be like, "Are those people racing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man. What you want? You want 10K on the next guy?" I don't know who that guy is. And bro, guys would pull up. I saw Chad Ocho on some real shit when Chad was going through the whole, you know, Ocho Cinco.
Yeah.
When he was going through the whole bullshit with the league and everything, he was just like, bro. I seen him pull up to like it was like a Publix parking lot. And some guy just talking shit to Chad. But what you don't know about Chad is that man is from the crib. And by the way, the crib, quote unquote, the crib. That's what we call home, Miami or South Florida, but mainly Miami. So if you ever hear someone say the crib, they probably mean Miami. So he pulled up to the crib, and yo man, don't pull up to the crib and talk shit to fucking Ocho Cinco, boy. That guy will back it up. Some guy was like, yeah man, I just hear him yapping. The guy looked like a running back style, you know, like low to the ground, like fucking like a rock, like a pit bull, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a DMX pit, like God bless the dead too. But like, you know, like a little low stocky one. Mm-hmm. And he's talking shit to Chad Ochocinco. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, man, just like out the gate, Chad's gonna have 10 strides on this guy.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? And sure enough, bro, out the gate, they raced. Chad was out the gate, and he turned around halfway, ran backwards. Ran backwards on his ass! Oh my God! Yo, I was like, yo.
That's crazy. Barefoot?
You know it. That's the only way to, yo, these guys are Kenyans out there, bro.
That's
like,
crazy.
Bro, Miami boys will always talk shit, and then once it comes to the money, we don't ever want to feel like our pride. No, man, like honestly, my OG always taught me, before you go to that dice game, find out who's there. And I'm like, okay, I'll find out who's there. Not because if I need to have a pistol on me, because that shit's always on me, but because I need to know how much money I need to bring. So if I show up to this OG shit right here, so I'm gonna drop some shit on y'all. You know the 5 guys playing dice. Okay, each guy got maybe 20, 30 grand in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? So 5 times 3, that's what, 150,000. Boom. I gotta bring at least 300 grand of that fucking thing. Cause I need to know I need to know I could take everybody out. And that's the name of the game. If you can't buy one, or if you can't buy 3, don't buy one. You know what I'm saying? When I first went in to buy my first Mercedes-Benz, there was like, oh man, like, do you want to finance this? Da, 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 da. By the way, I was into some shit, so yeah, I could have bought it. You know, but I did go into the finance thing, make myself look like a crazy ass, dropping fucking $8,000 on a fucking C230 compressor, paying $800 a month, looking like by the way, on paper, I was Applebee's manager, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know what I was into, motherfucker. I had that thing. I could have paid that thing cash up, like a real chakra. Shout out North Miami Beach, Mercedes-Benz. Shout out North Miami Beach, Mercedes-Benz. It's closed down now. You already know, scratching the VIN number type shit, motherfucker. That's crazy. Nah, she got crazy down there, but nah, you already know. What time is it right now? What are we doing?
12:23.
Notice, I never ask about time. How you guys feel? Y'all want to keep going?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, with the fights, though, it's crazy in Miami because it wasn't like that here, right? It's different here.
We don't have really a culture like that. And that's why it's like, for me, fights were always like dramatic.
Here.
That's what I hate about it, because like, yo, for me, it's the most natural thing as far as a sport and for us to do is fight.
For sure, yeah.
It didn't seem like it needed to be that dramatic all the time. Like, just scrap it out and be cool with it. But it never was a thing here where people could like, okay, yo, if you're a good fighter, you could go somewhere and make some money.
Word,
and I'm sure there was, but it wasn't popular, right?
But enough people do martial arts here, though.
Oh yeah, it's becoming it's exploded.
Don't get it twisted, y'all. Don't come up to Canada acting tough. Like,
no, it's definitely exploded, and I think that's a better way of doing it for sure. Is having people come into the gym because, you know, being somebody who started doing it pretty young, right? It was like, yo, you can't fuck around over there. You know, like my cousin knew the gym, the crew at the gym, right? And he used to tell him when I would do some fuck shit. My dad would tell my cousin would go tell him, and then this guy would be like, all right, let's go outside. Suicides.
Word.
And you can't say no to him.
No.
Because this guy will kick you in the head, right? Like, he's like, you know, you have that certain respect where you're like, yo, he could drop me if he wants to because I got to go back inside no matter what. And he'll just tell me, let's go, jump in the ring, we're going to spar. And he'll just kick my ass for 20 minutes.
Holy
so you have to do that running. So I think that's a good discipline. But, like, you know, back to the dramatics of it, I think it's better that, because I know you guys probably had fights. Dap it up. Let's go.
Yo,
let's go get some food. Let's go get a drink.
Yeah, over here, man's hold grudges.
Let's go back to
no. So yeah,
day, like,
here it's not like that, right? It's not like it. And that's why I say it's dramatic, because it's like, okay, when a fight comes up, how much time do you see a fight get hyped up before it even starts? People are standing around, not even fighting, just talking, yelling at each other, and then the crowd is what's amping them up. It should just be see each other, scrap it out. If you have a problem with them, you have a problem. You gotta deal with the problem. But like,
yeah, man,
it's better when it's like more of like a fight culture instead of like just a whole. It only happens when it's drama. Something dramatic is about to happen. That's when you gotta fight.
1000%. Because, you know, just playing ball, you had to pick the course you want to go to, because you'd be like, okay, over here, I could probably whoop everybody's ass just in case something popped off. Or you go over here, like, there's some good competition, but I can't whoop everybody's ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of mentality, that's fucked up. Why should you even think about? You should just think about ball. If you go into a basketball court, that's all you need to think about. Dropping points, cash money, sign me up. You know, instead you're thinking like, okay, if I leave my pistol by the bench, then I'm good right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but some of the best ball was in the worst places. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to go to them hoods. You had to, you know, you do your thing. But yeah, no, I think like as I got older, fighting became what you were talking about. Like for instance, like in college, if I walked into the trap and I was like, yo, I got a problem with you, we going outside right now, we would fuck each other up. We would slap the shit, and we would do it in a box. You can't go outside this box. No running, motherfucker. We fucking knuckling up. Or we go into a bathroom, turn the lights off. You know what I'm saying? And we fuck each other up. We used to have a rule, first one who dies loses, but we didn't go to that point with the homies. You know what I'm saying? You knuckle up, you do what you gotta do. You good? You good? You good? Okay, yeah, we good. And then same thing. Go get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? And while we're eating, we're dying laughing because we're hurt, our faces mashed up. But sometimes that energy is pent up and it needs to happen. You know, like sometimes I would just be sitting there in a trap and I'd just like be doing something, I don't know, maybe whooping somebody's ass on NBA Live or something, you know. By the way, you can come get some too. And some guys would be just chatting, just chat and be like, yo, and then finally one of us would be like, yo, man, y'all go outside and whoop each other's asses, man. That's what y'all gotta do right now. Like, otherwise it's just fucking talking. So stop fucking talking and do some walking. You know, like, enough times they had to go outside and it's like, we don't want to fight. Well, then just slap box, something. Sometimes it just has to, I don't know, like, I don't want to say like everything has to result in the violence, you know, because it doesn't have to. Trust me, I try to do everything in my heart to not be violent, because they're just the energy, you don't need that, y'all. You don't need it, trust me. But if I need to turn it on, I will, but you don't need it though, right? I'm just telling you from the heart. But sometimes, like, it just needs to happen. You know, I don't know why. Like, there's just a moment where you just know, okay, no, don't let him go to the ground. Don't let him kick him. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got to, like, just stand up and fight. Like, like growing up, me and my bro, we used to fight a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, guys who I call fam, you know what I'm saying? We fought a lot, too. You know, word. But those guys right now, they'll stand right next to me in a war, or maybe in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that type of camaraderie can only grow from maybe just destroy and rebuild, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, and this shit's foreign right now, like, to some people, right?
Yeah.
Because, yo, I'm in, like, the shop I'm at, I'm the oldest guy in the shop. All right? And none of these guys been in no fights or anything.
They've never been slapped in the face.
For some, I don't know, me, I find it that 90s cuts off, bro. Like, everything just changes after... Or before, after 90.
Yeah.
Cause fuck, when I was in high school, I was getting jumped a lot, bro. Like,
If you don't mind me asking,
rumbles and shit.
What year were you born?
I was born 90.
90. Okay. So
it was different when I was in high school. We didn't have Instagram. Didn't have none of that.
So you were getting jumped?
And I was getting jumped by mans and shit. Like,
oh my God.
Fights, random fights and shit. But it was never no one-on-one shit. It's always like...
That's how I know I really fuck with you, because my blood's boiling when he said that.
No, it's never.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I got jumped. I'm like, nigga, where they at, bro?
And then, one time I had to fight my cuz, bro. Like, they made a fight club at school, and it was for initiations and shit. And they're like, yo, you gotta fight your cuz.
Fight your cuz!
You have to fight, get him down. Whoever takes the one shoe off wins. That's how it was back then.
Yo,
that was like the only, you know?
Y'all heard it? Y'all ain't heard that.
Yo, and then the other fights are like man just running up on me and shit, like random shit. At Bridlewood.
Oh, okay.
I'll be at Bridlewood with my girl at the time.
Okay.
Her man just came out the bin. He's with his boy, you know.
Mm-hmm. And they talking wild shit.
Run into him, and it's just a thing. Like I'll go outside, try to walk to my whip, whatever. They come to the parking lot, whatever. But see, it's never fair, bro.
So let me ask you something. And be honest, are you nice with the hands?
Shoot, at the time I was alright still, but
no.
Yeah.
Cause I done gotten stomped. I got my shit stomped in. Cause don't get it wrong. Don't get it fucking twisted. I'm talking all these glory stories, but I done been stepped through the mud.
I was gonna ask what's your record, bro.
Oh no. I got a great record, but I done been stomped to the fucking to the point where like they couldn't even recognize me. You know what I'm saying? Like I had the record, and this is horrible. I don't want to ever hold this record, but in Tampa, Florida, they said, man, 45 seconds. I was getting kicked in with steel toes. And they were just doing me in. Because I got caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. And
that's what it is, man, all the time.
And the cops let them
kick
me down. And then when I got up, I couldn't see shit. And I swung. I hit a guy. So I knocked out somebody. I don't know who I knocked out. But I knocked out, and then I just felt everything else get hit. So they hit me with the extendo stick. The cop hit me with the extendo stick in the right leg. And then I got bean bags to the back. I got shot 8 times in the back with the bean bags, and then the rubber bullets in the front.
Holy fuck.
So it looked like, they said it looked like fucking, they said I looked like, you know, they was making me laugh. They said, you look like Denzel at the end of Training Day. They said, man, you die good, bro. I was like, man.
That's crazy.
I was getting shot up. Mind you, like, I'm getting hit with the back with the thing. So I'm getting hit here, and I'm losing air, like, because they hit me in the lung part. And I'm like, and then the rubber bullets is hitting me here. Like, so I'm getting hit from here to here. I feel like it's just hitting me like both at the same time, like a harpoon almost. Like, and then and mind you, I just got my head stomped in. So like, but everyone was like, yo, you're still standing. Like, that's how they knew. Motherfuckers was like, yo, you can't die, bro. Like, I don't know how you were getting stomped in. The cops done beat you up. And this is the craziest story. I got thrown in a paddy wagon that smelled all like piss and shit. If you ever know about getting thrown in a paddy wagon, that's not something to glorify, but just letting you know what to expect when you won't get in there. You're going to smell like a motherfucker. So I was in there, and I was the only one with my cuffs to the front because they said my shoulder blade was like poking when they were like, so they couldn't put my arms back. And I was telling them I was a barber, so don't break my arm, please, because it's going to mess with my livelihood. By the time then, I wasn't cutting hair. I was just moving fucking weight, motherfucker. But yeah, anyways, they put me in the back of the fucking thing. I was the only one cuffed to the front, so everyone thought I was fucking special, and they tried to jump me in there.
Damn.
But mind you, everyone had their hands behind the back, and they just started kicking me like, yo, what's the fuck? What you in here for, cuz? Like, what the fuck? You special? You got your shit to the front. I'm like, well, what the fuck? So I'm like trying to guard myself, like I'm throwing off like this, like, and luckily I'm not cuffed to the feet now. And then one guy walks by, and someone was like, yo, John the Barber's in there. And still to this day, God bless the dead, Leroy Selman. I appreciate you, brother. Leroy Selman Sr. Played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, got a ring with them, you know, got some jewelry with them, you know what I'm saying? Just gotta show that off, you know what I'm saying? But Leroy Selman Sr., his son, Leroy Selman Jr., heard I was in the thing. And then I think a phone call was made. I don't know, allegedly. I don't know if it really went down like that, but I didn't spend one night in jail. And I could have been in jail for a couple, because I got hit on it was a long weekend, and I was drinking all day, all sloppy, and I just got caught out. I was sloppy, y'all. I got caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. They got me. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get my money, though. I had all my money on me, cuz that's what the fuck's up. But anyways, they beat my ass, and I would have been in there like 2-3 days, because it was like a memorial or something like that, you know, like one of those type of weekends. Mm-hmm. But anyways, they was like, okay, no, Scarborough. By the way, that's my last name. You better fucking stand up when you hear that shit. But anyways, they said, Scarborough. I was like, yeah. I could barely talk. My mouth is like falling off. And they was like, yeah, you about to be picked up right now. And I was like, what? Like, I for sure swung at a cop. Like, I already know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was expecting like, okay, no, I got to do like 30, 60 days, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Do a quick 30. You know, some people think jail is, you know, I'm not glorifying jail, but I'm good in there, you know. But unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, some people are incarcerated. Peace to all the people incarcerated right now that might be listening. You know what I'm saying? I'm still putting money on y'all books, bro. I love y'all, man. Hold up, stay up. But yeah, no, it's situations down there. You know, some shit gets crazy. I mean, yeah, maybe a handful of times where I've been on my back, you know, and I couldn't do nothing about it, you know? But most of the time, I'm handing out that shit. You want the hand of God? What? No, not even, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, half the time, bro, I'll be honest with you, I got to get hit first because I got to get mad enough. Or I'll just start slapping myself or I'll start hitting myself, you know, like one of those type of situations. But, yeah, no. But scrapping, yeah, man, I mean, it's Florida thing, you know, like, but don't let it fool you now. Like, you go to Atlanta, they doing it too. North Carolina, you know, like, it's a South thing, I think. Like we just out there no shirts anyway, so it's like we're already halfway to the fight. You know what I'm saying? We just need a reason to be pissed off. Yeah, like, fuck. We already got our shirts off, so it's like, wait, hold up, man. You fucking with that girl over there? Man, you know that's my baby mama, man. Oh shit, that's your baby mama, cuz. Oh shit, cuz. You want to shoot some dice for it, cuz? Okay, no, I want to shoot some. Okay, you want to throw them hands? Yeah, we throw them hands right now, and it's not so taboo. You know what I'm saying? It's just y'all throwing hands.
Yeah.
You know, because enough times you see. Like, this is the best. Like, you know what? Sometimes I'll be on King Street and I'll be on the bikes. Yo, shout out to the whole bike life.
Bring that up.
Shout out to the bike life.
Man, the SE gang, man.
Saving lives out here. You know what I'm saying? Rolling around with the jits and them. Trying to make sure jits got a nice little safe place, whether you know, boy, girl, trans. It don't matter. Don't matter. Just come ride with us, man. You know, get some of this free on you. You know what I'm saying? Free looks good on you. You know, that's what I always say. Free 99. Free 99, don't mess with the twine. So, but yeah, shout out to the whole bike crew and everything. Official Bike Life Toronto, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, there's too many to name. We're going to have a whole show, just them. Because,
word.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we could bring some people on, you know, like, and we're gonna really showcase it. That way we can use that as a platform and a media outlet tool as well. I don't want to get it too into it because I don't want to break down the shit for now, but anyway, so I'll be riding my bike, and on King Street, downtown Toronto, it's like a strip of clubs, some things, you know, like a lot of pretentious people, but who cares? That's just what I noticed. But it might be a one guy talking wild shit, and there's a lot of yapping and shit. There's one thing I learned: you talking all that shit, you ain't gonna swing shit, cause you know what I'm saying. You better get in there and do the damn thing, or swing first, you know, like. But sometimes I'd be seeing it, but guys be talking, and while they're talking, they're putting their setup, and I'm like, oh man, that ain't even a set. You know, like, that ain't gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, or one guy throw a setup and that ain't gonna do shit, and then the next guy throw a setup, and I'm like, oh, that motherfucker's gonna whoop that guy's ass. You know, it's just a stance, you know, or even an air. You know, you feel, you know it. Like, I truly believe that a fight is won or lost before the fight even happens. You know. Because the mental thing is the thing that happens first. It's never second. Don't ever think that like you can get into a fight and mentally somehow you fucking can win the fight after that. No, you already won or lost first. Like,
man, I know this OG before he fights, he takes his shirt off nicely, slowly, folds it up nice. All right, let's go.
Yeah, same.
You know?
Same.
Like, oh fuck, this guy's fucking crazy, bro.
Seldom, that's how you know they're OG.
yeah.
Because they know they're gonna whoop your ass and put that nice ass shirt back on and not even fucking worry about it because he's about to whoop your motherfucking ass. If you got enough tense to take care of what you want, you know you about to take care of business. You know what I'm saying? So you take off the shirt, you fold it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a guy. He used to take off his shirt and he carried a mouthpiece on him.
Damn.
If you carry him out, you know you whooping ass all around town. What the hell? Or you were accepting ass whoopings, you know, like, I don't know. But he ain't had no scratches on him, you know, like, this guy fought like Ray Donovan, dog. Like, I don't know. Like, he would whoop motherfuckers' asses, like, but he would have the mouthpiece. Like, he would just be, man, can't ruin the money maker.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, man, you ain't lying about that. But yo, straight up, like, I would take 9 times out of 10, if I knew I was gonna fight, my shirt wouldn't be on, you know, just because you have more advantage. You know, you about to choke me out with my shirt. No.
Yeah.
I've seen some guys get choked out. True story. So y'all been watching? You've been watching UFC for a minute? I know you have.
Yeah.
UFC fans.
A little bit, man.
Okay. Well, in the early game, UFC started. It was like, and people can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know, but from what I recollect, when we used to rent the VHSs, it was like you had to fight everybody. There wasn't no weight class, no nothing.
There was no weight classes, not really many rules.
Mm-hmm.
It was just literally a cage brawl.
You could still grunt or what do you call it?
Groin punch.
Groin punch. You could.
I think just eyes. I think you just couldn't pull hair and
no eye gouging.
And eye gouging, but everything else was a go.
Everything legal.
That's crazy.
And you had to fight in the same night. So you were whooping motherfuckers. You had to fight like maybe 4 or 5 guys in the same night.
Winner stays on.
Winner stays on.
That's
they
wild,
used to do
bro.
Grand Prix here and in Japan.
And it's like the kumite, like blood sport.
Where?
In Japan, they used to do the same thing.
It's like the kumite, like blood sport. They would leave the blood on the fucking mat. Like trophies.
No, I've seen this actually. My older cousin that's...
So we would rent the videos and watch it, and then I would always be like, you know, let's like I said, we've been motherfuckers down there, so we'd be like, let's put a little wager on this. Like, mind you, like none of us have seen it before. We'd wait for the ones to come out.
Yeah.
Like, okay, none of us have seen this. Okay, yeah, everybody bring like 5 stacks. And now, you know what I'm saying? We've been on these fights. So mind you, we're watching it, and one of my other guys, Brazilian cat, he was like, man, I got the guy with the karate gi. And I'm like, you betting on the guy with the karate gi? I'm like, you know, you see Ken Shamrock? Like, I used to bet on Ken Shamrock because he's the biggest.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this guy whooping ass right now, boy. What the fuck you talking about? Mind you, I don't know that this is fucking Hoist Gracie. The real Hoist.
He changed the game for sure.
Bro, blew my mind. Like, because after that first, I lost like 3-4 stat, you know, whatever. I don't know, a couple money. But mind you, like, he's betting like, oh no, Hoist Gracie. You know, like I got this guy, and I'm like, who the fuck? Mind you, I'm like in a karate gi. He's just gonna soak the blood up in that thing. You know, I'm making jokes. I'm doing all that shit. Mind you, as it progresses, he's choking motherfuckers out with the gi. He's fucking. He's like doing no punches. Like, and if he's doing punches, it's like real strategic. He'd have you in the hold or you know the lock, and then it'd be like small elbows to the temple, or like, you know, like shit that just like, you know, just breaking you down. Ali shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how like when people fight Ali, like you got to go through war. You ain't gonna just win in one round. You know.
Yeah.
So he draw you out, and then just tire you out, and then just fucking choke you, like a snake. You know, just inch by inch, just constricting. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, what the fuck? But it blew my mind because I never saw fighting like that.
Yeah.
It was always just stand up. If we're going back to the fighting thing, so fast forward, the Gracie school, the first one that they were opening in South Florida opened up in like Oakland Park, I think, in Fort Lauderdale, and there was a club. I want to call it Trios, and forgive me for Florida historians. If you hear me say something wrong, you can meet me outside. We talk about it. You know, we'll figure it out. Anyways, so it might have been called Trios. But anyways, they find out these guys are in there, and they're all wearing the Hoist Gracie team, like, you know, Adidas jumpsuit, all that shit. You know, like they look like a team.
That's crazy.
You know, and mind you, everybody's drinking, and they're just kind of like wearing this stuff out, kind of promoting, like, okay, we have a school across the street. You know, if you want to learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, they're in there. But there's another pack of guys in there, tough guys. They're like, okay, yeah. They start pushing the guys around. They're not like that tall in comparison to who their opponents are about to be.
Yeah.
They start smashing beer bottles on the ground because they know it's not going to go to the ground if there's beer bottles. Right? That's what they think. So you can hear the fucking heartbeats through the music stops as soon as the beer starts going to the thing, right? Beer bottle starts crashing. Everyone's running. Everyone's like fucking, it's the mayhem. Right? It looks like the fucking when like Club Truth and Power when they shot the fucking gun. Everyone's like, oh man, ghost. Everyone's going everywhere. Next thing you know, the Gracies go to the middle of the thing. They take their jackets off and they lay down on the glass. And you could see the blood, like they're laying on the glass, and they're like, "Let's go. We're gonna show you guys, you know, like you throw this on the ground, yeah, okay, we're better on their backs, right? Jiu-jitsu, Brazilian, they started on their back, like,
yeah.
And everyone was like, no, like it was a whole level of respect. Like I've never seen it. Like it looked like the movie Bronx Tale when Sonny goes into the bar. And the bikers are all in there and they're causing havoc. And he says, what can we get you guys, you know, da-da-da-da. And they're like, yeah, fuck off. You know? And then Sonny walks over to the door and he locks the door. And he looks every man in the eye and he tells them, now you can't leave. And you can hear the heartbeat of every motherfucker in there and just pounding. It's getting stronger. It's like you ever seen the show Heroes where the guy could hear the heartbeat from a mile away? It's just getting stronger.
Yeah.
It's beating out of people's chests and they're like, okay, no, we made the wrong. So they all got up, brushing the glass off, you know, still shards in their back, and put their jacket on and be like, come learn, you know, come across this. I swear to God, it was one of the most breathtaking things I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck, man, you were there, like you saw. All
I was in the corner, hoping that I wasn't mistaken for one of these fucking yups. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Because there was like, I want to say like 8 of them. I don't know if they were all Gracies, supposedly, but they were all from the school. And this is like 98.
Holy, bro, I was 8 years old.
99, dog.
Yeah, fuck. Let me correct myself before mans get cheese about what I said though with the 90s cutoff thing. I'm saying like in school, right? When I was in school, all the fucking goons, hustlers, all the fucking tough guys came to school. Now you don't see none of them. Like they don't go to school. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Billis?
Yeah, it was.
That's why nothing really pops off now in school. Like I guess I'm gonna just assume that
school. Honestly, for me, like high school was fun.
Same.
It was
same.
fun.
Yeah.
It was there. It was just a big link up.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
You see and there's always a motive, right? Whether you want to go to class or not, there's always a motive. So you could go in for the day and end up just skipping the whole day because you just, there's a motive, or you could just be skipping this one class, or you find out about a fight on lunch, so you take the, at my school they had 3 different lunches, so like we had to go to different, right? But I'm just saying, it's like, you're right. It was like, but now,
it's different, bro. Now it's safer. It's better now.
When I was like in high school, like the only people that was shooting at people, and actually they had to do that. There was obviously there's a lot of people doing it, but it was like less now. Like you hear more about like the younger, they don't even really fight.
It's just guns.
They don't fight. They just like, they're like, we're not wasting no time.
Crazy, bro.
We're just gonna wet your
crazy.
So it's gotten to that like.
These are youngins too, eh? Like,
no, trust me.
That's why I don't fuck around with these young boys, man.
Oh, bro, I don't want no smoke with the young boys.
No, it's crazy. Bro.
No, I had a young boy spit on me.
What?
Real talk. I'll tell you right now. Downtown, 3rd year I was here. I was on the phone and I just hear, yo, I like your jacket, eh? Like, and I didn't think he was talking to me. Like, no one ever fucking talks to me like that. I'll smack the shit out of you. But he kept getting closer. Mine just like by Eaton Center. And I turn around, I'm like, yo, are you talking to me? He's like, yeah, what the fuck, man? You don't hear me talking? And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, yo, I like that jacket. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, what size is that? I'm like, my size, little motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? What's cracking, cuz? And I looked him in the eyes, like I told him, I was like, I didn't tell him, but with my eyes, I told him, like, I have in me what it takes to take your life.
Yeah.
And if you don't have it in you to take mine, let's not, you know? And I think it pissed him off. He just spat.
And then what happened?
And it landed right on the jacket. And I just looked down. I looked up. And he knew. He was like, okay, I might have just signed my death wish, like, because I would have fucking strangled him.
Yeah.
The old me would have strangled him right there. And maybe even just like, just took his last, went by his mouth and just took his last breath. Like I stole his soul. Like, take your last fucking breath, cuz. What the fuck's wrong with you? Bro? You never fuck with a motherfucker like me. I'm a gorilla, man. But yeah, no. That's the old me.
Yeah.
The new me was like, I got so much to fucking lose.
Yeah.
And I got so much to give. That's what I got. I got so much to lose and I got so much more to give than to fuck with you little pussy. You got to live with yourself, bro. You don't even, when you brush your teeth in the mirror, you don't even look yourself in the mirror. I already know you that tight. That's your pedigree. That ain't mine. You know what I'm saying? So you got to live with you. And I hope that I looked at you long enough that you know that you just made the wrong mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I say everybody wins the lottery on it. Everybody wins the lottery. Dog shines on the sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna catch you. You're gonna catch yours. Maybe not from me, but you're gonna do it on the wrong guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he's got the time for it. Or he's willing to do the time for it. You either got the time or you're willing to do the time. So it's like, with me, I was like, nah, man. In my head, all I was thinking about was like, if I'd done this, man, will I ever get back to the States? You know, will I ever, you know what I'm saying? Like, can I ever really, can I
loud it?
I kind of, yeah, you know what? I just loud it and I was just like.
You talked to him after though? After he spit on you were talking to him?
No, I looked like, I couldn't even speak because I was so.
Yeah.
You know, like you just spat on me.
And
like
then man just walked away from each other?
I literally sat there and it was like a Homer, you know, Homer backing into.
Yeah.
Because like there was a crowd. It was like Christmas times, you know, like Eaton Center styles, and then he just like in front.
He just kind
of backed in Homer Simpson from the back, and I was just like, yeah, man. Like I don't know, but like sometimes, you know, without getting too like, I don't know, religious or spiritual and shit, but I feel like the devil just sends shit at you. You know what I'm saying? Whether it doesn't have to be the devil, like a horned guy or whatever, but it could be a spirit. It could
be the hottest
an
fucking
energy.
bitch.
It could be the hottest bitch.
Pulling up on you, knocking at your door.
It could be the hottest bitch. It could be, yo, let's talk about that. It could be the biggest distraction in your life. You know what I'm saying? It could be that. It don't have to be always bad. It could feel good as pussy, cuz. You know, and that could be the devil too, you know, like that's why like I feel like it comes in all shapes and sizes, but yeah, man, like I've grown a lot since I've been here. You know, like I feel like as a man, you know, like I just know my responsibilities and sorts. Like people always say like there's gonna be a time when your purpose meets your passion at a crossroad, you know, like what you finna do, you know, like, and it's like damn, like I got like we was talking about my rap career, like man, I had fucking crazy, like I wanted to be a rapper, you know what I'm saying?
You opened for Wu-Tang, right?
Open for Wu-Tang, you know, Talib Kweli,
big crowd
Common,
too,
like
big crowd.
You know, beautiful things, you know, like, and to be quite honest, like I chose trapping. You know, I chose literally, but then like it didn't. In my defense, and this is a small defense, the outlets back then weren't like SoundCloud and you know what I mean. Like we literally went city to city bringing our shit. Word. And the problem with the record labels back then, fuck y'all back then, and fuck y'all now too, with the same fucking strap on, you pussy motherfuckers. They wanted to give you. It was like pimping. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you don't got a car, or your mama don't got a crib, or you don't got 10 stacks in your pocket, or your bitch fucking some other motherfucker while she telling you she's only fucking you. Okay, well, we gonna fix all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna give you money, we're gonna have a bitch that sits next to you like a greyhound. You know, we gonna have, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit, but they couldn't offer me that. I had that shit times 10. You know what I'm saying? I was a young, straight out the thing, bro. I was like I was 16, graduated high school 16, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even in college, I wasn't even old enough to drink. I was just so young. But I was already pushed to a Don status, like a boss status. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was already pushed into that OG shit because I was just always a leader amongst my crew. And then I would just go with the older OGs and then just be like, okay, well, we gonna game you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna teach you how to just be invincible. You know, like, and hopefully you could just stay out of jail or not die. You know, like, and then I made a lot of people a lot of money. I made a lot of money, you know, but within that whole mix, man, it's just a crazy, like, cycle, you know what I'm saying? They picked me from young, you know, like, and I was just in it, you know. I couldn't really get up out. They always say, you never really 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You're just taking a break. You know, like, it will never, like, once you're really good at it, like, come on now. Let's be honest. Like, if you trapped in the crib, if you know, wherever you at, you trapped, you made some money. I mean, if you ain't dead, you kind of up. If you ain't locked up, you kind of did the thing. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not trying to glorify trapping. I'm just saying, like, just take that and run with it. Like, go bring that same mentality and energy into like a clothing line or you know what I'm saying? Like your music or, you know, whatever. Like, there's other better ways. Like I said, the streets don't love you, man. It's one thing that you gonna think it's gonna love you, but you know, shit right back out. You know, like, that's the one thing, man. I don't know. I can't preach that enough. You know, like. And I feel like a lot of people see, you know, how you are now, you know, like they didn't see your struggle, you know, or what you took to get to your success, or you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody looks at success in different ways, you know, but like, oh, bro, like, people just see what's now, you know, like, and they didn't know, like, oh no, man, like, I lost like friends along the way. I lost plenty of people to get here, you know, and sacrificing shit, man, you know. That's the sad part, you know. I think, like, once people, like, learn their worth and then respect other people's worths and values, like, that shit'll go a long way. You know, like, It's tough to teach that though.
Yeah,
you know, like,
sure.
Well, that's why we're here.
Facts, man.
We're here to talk that shit.
We got like maybe 10 minutes left on that.
Okay. Well, here's what we're gonna do.
We close it off somehow.
Yeah, man. Close it off. I just want to say.
This part out.
I just want to say thank you to everybody listening and giving the time, because one thing we can't get back is time. I could put all the money in the world in front of you, and the one thing you can't get back is that. So appreciate your time for listening, because you could be listening to anybody, but you know, you chose to listen to our perspectives, and I appreciate it. But I don't know if y'all want to have any closing. Pebz, you have anything to say?
Sure, I was gonna say maybe promote what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. What you got going on? Terminal 16, you know where we at. You know where we gonna be.
Just holler at us anytime.
Can we say who we're working with and stuff? Promote our little artists here and there?
No, we won't do that yet.
Okay.
We got something going on.
For sure.
Always.
Be on the lookout.
Always, you know, shout outs to John, shout outs to Pebz. Yeah, that's what it is, man. You guys did your thing. It's time. We'll build this up properly for the fans and for the people listening. Just know it's only gonna get better. Guest, I know, you know, all of that shit.
Guess it's gonna be. Listen, y'all. I hope y'all are ready, because here's one thing I heard when I was on a podcast one time. They was like, man, we loved hearing you on a podcast out here.
Yeah.
They're like, man, we loved hearing you on a podcast because it didn't sound like Toronto mans just talking to Toronto mans.
Yes, man. That's what I was thinking in my head just now.
You know what I'm saying?
Just
so like,
now,
so it was an ill contrast. Which is like, but the one thing they told me is like, you just need to talk more.
Word.
You know, like, because I'll be honest, I go on podcasts, I just say my little 1-2 cents, just because I don't. That's the one thing I feel like some people get invited on and they just take the whole show over.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like being a barber, and we're gonna talk about it in another podcast about being a barber, because that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah, man. This is just the introduction, right, man?
But that's what being a barber does, is assessing situations. You know, once the guy sits in that chair, you know whether or not he's gonna talk or not, or whether you're gonna expand or you know. Like, so
you're right.
It's just good. You know, it's just good know-how, know your surroundings. Read the room, guys. Read the room.
For real,
you know what I'm saying? But Pebz, you have any closing words for the people?
Man, just thank you for everyone's support, from all the things I've been doing for the past couple of years, you know, since my bro died, and all those people that are still there with me, even before and after the music shit. Yeah, just know we're just doing this podcast so that it's just a safe space for, like, man should just
say what we want,
throw ideas at each other,
for sure.
Just try and fix up the world, man.
1,000%. That's exactly what we're doing. We're trying to
fix up our world, man.
Fix up the world, and hopefully move positively from here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, I don't know, something that as Pebz couldn't have said any better when we had the conversation. I'll leave y'all with this: is timing is everything. Like, this is the time. You know, this is the time for us to really do this, because we could have done it a year ago, 2 years ago.
And for y'all too, man. I see everyone doing, you know, everyone's doing good things now.
No, 1,000%. Let's keep it going.
From what I've noticed, and I see the change, man. And I think we just got to keep going with it, you know.
Yep. We're gonna contribute and build a wave and keep doing it, and you know.
Yeah.
It's only up from here. So once again, greatly appreciate everybody and everybody. You know what I'm saying?
16 Billis, bro.
Yeah, big man like Billis.
You know.
Appreciate you.
It's fucking low budget way. I'm gonna walk to the camera and turn that shit off.
Hell no, Terminal 16. That's what it is.
Spark up the split fast.
Peace.
That was not bad, bro.
I already know. No, that's beautiful.
Like, people just and then you mean the little choppiness or whatever.
Dog, that was beautiful. Yo,
appreciate
that. That was good. That was so natural. It was really talking to bros. You know, like.